It's good to be proud of yourself, your accomplishments, the things that you've been able to achieve. It's good to give yourself a pat on the back and be grateful to everybody in the heavens for everything that you've achieved. But one thing that I've learned in this life is that if you don't humble yourself, if you don't come down a notch, if you don't understand and realize that it is just by some grace, sheer grace, that you're alive, that you have your being, that life is so unpredictable, and that you don't really have control over a lot of things, and learn to come down a notch. Stop looking down on other people because you've been successful, you have money, you have influence, you have the ability to authorize and have authority over people and things and money and position and all of that. If you don't learn to come down a notch, if you don't learn that lesson of life, life will teach you, or life will do that humbling for you. I know somebody that was in control of a very big multi-million-dollar company, petroleum company. Just one fell swoop, he just got a diagnosis one day, and a significant body part of his was no longer working or functioning properly. He was reduced to nothingness and ended up tragically losing his life. I've seen a lot in this life. All you have to do is to go visit any ward in any medical facility where you are, and you would see all kinds of people of position, authority, clout, money. And yet none of that is able to save them from the predicament in which they find themselves. For some people, something even as simple as peeing is such a difficult thing for them to do. What you take for granted and think that you're all that. Somebody would give their last penny just to be able to do that for 1 second by themselves. There are people today on life support machines that are doing the breathing for them because their heart is not able to do that for them. And we just take things for granted. We just think we deserve it. Somebody owes us something. It's an obligation that God has on us, that he has to do everything that we're demanding of him to do. But we don't realize that we are nothing. In 1 split second, everything that you have in your life now can become nonsense in 1 second. All it will take is for somebody to run into you in traffic. Your vehicle goes under a bridge, and all of a sudden, everything you thought made sense doesn't, because from your waist down, you're paralyzed. So you're not going anywhere in a hurry. So all that noise that you were making about how busy it is, why the traffic is slow, why you can't get to your work or wherever it is you're going on time, all of that is suddenly nonsensical because you're strapped to a wheelchair. And unless you have an automated one, you even need to depend on somebody to push you around. This life, no size. Come down a notch. Humble yourself. Be grateful every single day for everything that you're able to do. Even the smallest things like blinking your eye. Yeah, it's a privilege that you have, that somebody else wished that they would just be able to do one more time and they can't. You're no better than all the people, all the stories, all the lives that have deserved to have been lived, but they're 6 foot under in a cemetery. And everybody has forgotten about them. Nobody even talks about them anymore. You're no better than anybody else. It's just the sheer grace. And so learn to come down a notch. All the possessions you have, yeah, thank God for them. But understand that without a supreme being, without God in absolute control over everything, without his grace and his mercy that is abound in all of our lives, we are really, truly, absolutely nothing. Whether you're a general or a colonel or whatever in the army, before you had lots of men, able-bodied men taking command from you. or not. Whether you're a sweeper that people think are insignificant, but you're the one that makes sure that the streets are not stinking, there are no rats and mice everywhere, and people, discredit you. Or maybe you're a caretaker of a morgue, everybody's final destination, and everybody belittles you and thinks you're nothing. But all these great people all end up in your care, under your watch. You really learn to understand that this life is really nothing. We are really nothing. And it's really by some special grace that you and I are alive. Today, take the trouble to show kindness to each other, to other people, because we are all insignificant. If your breath is taken away, I don't know if you've ever sat next to an asthma patient that is scrambling just to get oxygen inside of them. It's like a perpetual strangulation. I've had that feeling before, so I know what it is. Like you are just watching your very existence, your very life fading to nothingness, and you can't even have any control over none of that. So my brother, my sister, today my message is just very simple. Humble yourself, because if you don't do that, life will do it for you. Life will bring you to size. Life will make you understand who is boss around here. Love, care, show respect and regard to everybody that you come across, whether they have it like you or they don't. And just thank God for what you have. Be grateful, and ask God to give you the wisdom and the ability, to keep you going, because truly speaking, you are nothing. I love you so much. I have seen life, the good, the bad, the ugly. Life has dealt with me. My health, but for the grace, I don't even think I deserve to live anymore. After 17 incisions on different parts of my body, it's just by some special grace. A lot of medics are surprised because when they look at the reports and they see what I'm still able to do, it's just a sheer miracle. How can you have bone to bone, literally no cartilage left, and yet you're still walking around with a smile on your face, with your head held high? It is just by some special grace. So, whatever you have today, just understand that it's not by anything that you've done. It's not because you're more beautiful, taller, shorter, lighter, darker than anybody else. It is just by some divine grace that you have what you have. You are who you are, and you're able to do what you're able to do. Humble yourself, my brother, my sister, or life will do it for you. My name is Sika. If you've loved anything that I've said today, please share this video. Other people in your sphere of influence need to hear this message today as a, something that we all need to do as a people. Number 2, I'm trying to grow a following, trying to get this message across the world. And so please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done that already. There's 700 over people. Their name is also Sika Educates, and it has my face on there. That is the proper page to subscribe to. Finally, if you're looking for something that will help you have optimal health and well-being, Redox is the way to do it. If you need more information, just type Redox on the bottom of this video, and I would come and share the information that you need for you so you can do the needful. May the heavens bless you. Look after yourself. Stay beautiful and handsome. And remember to humble yourself at all times. Otherwise, life will do it for you. Bye-bye.